Alright, this is the final chronological game of GSCPL Week 3. Wax on 4E at this point, anything's game. We've seen a lot of different lax sets this week. Could be fire, could just be EQ. Double edges into the 4E. Flamethrower does not always kill, by the way, just as a note. Thunder! Ooh. Kind of gets snasty in here, but gets toxic for it. Gar switches into Thunder, no para. D-Punch misses. EQ, so it is AOA lax, meaning that toxic it took was pretty big, and having Thunder over Fire Blast really bites into Toxic 4E. D-Bond, respecting either Explosion or D-Bond. Oh, it's a Starmie Steelix. What? Is this like traditional boom offense, but has a Starmie? Because traditional boom offense, gets, how do you say it, thrown into the paper shredder of Jinx. Zap on 4E. Looking like a Gengar stall from Mr. 378, or just offense with a Starry and a Fortress and a Raikou. I'm not quite sure which. Could just be a wibbly wobbly played either way type of team. 4A taking the EQs. Lax set might give us clues into which direction this team leans more heavily. Is it a rest talk lax? At this point, I think it's just like offense with a Starmie Fortress on it. EQ, yeah, looks like Curse. It's just Curse EQ, so probably the last mon is... That's a good question. What is the last mon? Also, this team does not like Nidoking. It looks like Raikou is going to be the sole sleep talker for Mr. 378. Gar comes in, eats Surf, and explodes. Not literally, but dies. Me comes in threatening to kill the the Koi. Opposing me comes in. Spin is unstoppable now. Fori threatening Toxic. Me accepts that possibility and takes Toxic by after surfing the Fori. Ku comes in, eats the Surf crit. Fori comes in, try to double on the lax, it succeeds. Spikes could be reestablished. I'm wondering if this Fori is boom. I don't think it's particularly likely. Thunder does not para. Me comes in, eats a double edge. Me is not a horrible stave offer of this all-out attacking lax. We've been seeing a bunch of AOA lax, like AOA laxes dropping body slam and picking up double edge recently, which I like a lot. I like it a lot. I've just been too cowardly to do that because you get worn down so quickly. Even faster than that lax does normally. But body slam is pathetic in damage. Do we see Zapdos push for the luck here? No. But Steelix gets in a nice position here to threaten. It's Kingdra. Oh, is this that one team that Cherry Bomb was laddering with the Reflect Rest Fortress that gets eaten, that tries to like be a weird stall team that just has a Kingdra? I think it is. I don't understand the appeal of this team to anyone ever. It's stall, like, Reflect Flurry stall is nice in that you have your Spiker and your Skarmory compressed into one roll, but you do still, like, it gives you a bigger vulnerability to Fire Lax. So I get the Gengar. And this team tries to be an offensively leaning stall team, But it feels weird. It just doesn't, it feels weird. With Fori being the only normal resist, like, yeah. If this was fire all-out attacking Lax, oh boy, howdy. This team is in trouble. Destiny Bound Gar, of course, helps mitigate that. I don't know. I just don't like Kingdra. I think it's Gar. I just makes me raise my hackles and spit out a fur ball. Or what's a dog metaphor for dog lovers? I don't know. Ice Beams into Zapdos. Kingdra is doing its one good thing of, I get to stay on the field and click Ice Beam for a while. Woo! That's what it does. Like, seriously, that's pretty much all Kingdra does. It's just annoying to get off the field. But it doesn't particularly make a lot of offensive progress. It fishes for Ice Beam freezes sometimes. Yeah, see, like, it's just a weird mon. And, like, it's chipping down the me, but, like, it has so many recovers. Lax is coming in. Okay. Gets it on the recover. Nice. Champ comes in to the return. Crit. Cross Chop looks brutal here. Of course, you switch here. This me looks very problematic. Lax is gonna most certainly... Oh, it doesn't go boom. Goes Thunder, knowing it lives another Psychic. No, knowing it does... Wait, I don't... Yeah, barely lives Psychic. I guess that's fine. But now, if you didn't get the Thunder para, your boom is pretty telegraphed. So we could go to something like Fori. So that's why I like booming on the previous turn. Ew. Ew. It's that set. Really? When I said anything's possible at the very beginning of this game, I did not mean this. I'm not okay with this. This does not bring joy into my life. This... why? Why is there a 3 attacks rest lax on my screen? This is... Ugh. I would label this the most offensive, like not offensive, repugnant week if we hadn't seen the other wonderful, brilliant teams from this week that I have been so in love with. Clark's team is not one of them. I don't like that lax. This week's, it's just breaking me. It's slowly breaking me. What is there to say? We're going to hyper fast. No, we're not. Machamp comes in, tries to EQ a me. The para on me is actually really, really big. Surf. Yay, recover time. This Lax can eventually put on like a pretty decent amount of pressure. Lix gets a great roar here. Kingdra can just rest this off. No, it chooses to surf. That's fine. The weird Lax versus the less weird Lax. EQ roar. Lix cannot repeat this cycle once more. Kingdra certainly can just rest here. Clark is running very low on their timer. Gets his weird Lax in. I'll call it off Lax. Not because it's offensive, but because it's just weird. Off Lax. double edging into the kingdra. Does not roll rest. Kingdra drops. Cloy on the lax because it just booms. Yeah. This lax is pretty scary. Cross chomp. It lives by 1%. Critty Q though. It's a speed tie now. Does he call boom correctly? Hold on. That Critty Q though. That Critty Q might have changed some tides. I'm not quite sure if it's a 2 KO. Para could have involved. It's just over now. Boom happens and the off lax team gets it. I don't. Why have you done this to me? I don't. As long as people don't start thinking this is a good lax set to be slapping on every team, like every newer ladder player like every newer Discord discussion player seems to think, I'm okay. But don't do that to me, please. Thanks for watching.